Hello everyone, I'm Quang Huy, currently a junior year medical student in UMD. It's late outside, the coffee is cold, and I have a story to tell you all. As a contestant for the Read, Write and Love competition held by UMB Library, I would like to introduce you guys about books that successfully leave a deep impression on me. Many of you may have already heard The Fox and the Great Fable by Aesop, but not many knows their account in that story. Why do I say so? Because I have read Once Upon a Cow by Dr. Camilo Cruz that I'm going to share with you tonight. Camilo Cruz is a famous inspirational speaker and a business coach who has motivated a lot of individuals to pursue their dreams thanks to his impactful storytelling skills. He's also the author of over 30 international best-selling books, including Once Upon a Cow. So why a cow? The cow is the main character of a story of a very poor family who lives in a low-quality house, whose structure was at a point of collapse and water leaked through the roof. In other words, they were in a complete state of poverty, but oddly enough, they had a most unusual possession. They owned a cow, and the cow gave them two things. First, it gave them milk, which was the only food that kept them alive. But it gave them something even more important. It gave them the feeling that at least they were not in complete misery. They think, don't complain, at least we have a cow. We should count our blessing because there are a lot of people in worse situations. One day, a wise master killed a cow. The first thing that comes to their mind is that if they don't act, they would probably die as well. When people find themselves in this kind of predicament, that when they are facing this do or die situation, they usually do find a way to bounce back, and that's exactly what this family did. They cleared a pile of dirt behind the house and they planted some seeds so that they could have something to eat, and that's how they survived the first few months. But after a while, they had enough for them to eat, so they sold the rest for their neighbors, and with that money, they were able to buy more seeds. And little by little, they were able to improve the living condition, eventually building a better house. The moral of the story is that the cow they cherished as a valued possession was in fact a cage to chain into a life of mediocrity and poverty. A bigger lesson is that we all have cows, and the cows represent our excuses, our justification, and all the little lies that we tell ourselves. And just like the cow in the story, we must get rid of them. Now, let's listen to some of the most common cows to see if you have heard them before. A characteristic of the cows is that they prevent us from moving forward. I want to do it, but I'm not good at it. I was born with big bones, so I'm not fat. I had bad grades because the teacher was too strict. After reading this book, I noticed that I had nurtured too many cows. This is me 8 months ago. I was overweighted to an extent that I was too shy to have a portrait, so I have to use this picture. But let's take a look into the cow within me and name it. First one is time cow. I want to do exercise, but I don't have time. The second one is the blaming cow. My mom bought me too many snacks, therefore I'm fat now. The third is the worst cow. It's okay because my bestie is fatter than me. The difficult cow. It's extremely hard to lose weight. Once we can identify them, Crux proposed a method to eradicate the cows forever in a 5-step process. There are no more time to look into details, so I'll give you my example. And I'll talk about the most important steps. They are acquiring the ability to see the invisible counts and to be consistent with the new habits. So I recommend you read Atomic Habits of James Clear or The Power of Habit of Carlos Duhigg to understand how to establish one. Back to my case, the best thing is that after I eradicate all the counts and plan things up to get in shape again, there were no such adversity as I had imagined. I successfully lost around 10 kilograms in 6 months while maintaining my academic results as well. Since then, I have made a promise to live a life with no counts. There are still more stories to be told, and I wish to tell you all about them in the next round of competition. Thank you for listening.